Hello everyone, I'm Chester44 and welcome to this Let's Play Blades of Avernum. Last episode, we made our way through a series of tunnels infested by hydras to make our way to the Godan Fortress. Now we just need to rescue the person inside and get out. This is gonna be interesting. No telling where the person will be, or what we'll find inside. Alright. That's... okay, we got into that one at least. This is like a series of locked prison cells, one of which is way too long for us to get in. Unless there's a key somewhere. Doesn't look like there was anything in any of those. Hold on. Wait a minute. Oh, hello! That was a quick guess, wasn't it? We got a Sylvan Emerald. I do remember, Sylvan Emeralds can be sold to someone. I just grab it. Well, sold to someone specifically for a lot of coin, but I can't remember who. Okay, well, that works out, I guess. Bonnie is again almost out of spell energy, though. Wait, we have... can we... yes! Drink it! Thank you. What is it we need for that again? Energetic and spiritual herbs. We just used up our only supply of energetic herbs. Wonderful. Okay, then. Alright, in we go. No, so the Godan basically just look like ogres. And they are very, very tough. Okay, give me a moment, because I think I'm actually going to do regular attacks for this. Because, I mean, 4 shots just to kill one? Okay, you do nothing. Yeah, they're very tough. But it looks like we can go before them. And hey, Bonnie leveled up, which is nice. You're here! Finally! Ithacatata exclaims as you walk through the door. Let's get out of here! It's a suggestion you concede has a good deal of merit. You were hoping for a bit more enthusiasm, but then again you are rescuing her so she can be put to death by someone else. Perhaps the enthusiasm isn't very plausible. Ithacatata falls in behind you. She's in no condition to fight, and you'll have to lead her out. Suddenly you hear loud, blaring horns going off. You must have tripped an alarm some. A loud, deep voice screams out, "Oi! We're under attack! They're going for the prisoner!" Many Godan are running towards you. Well, this ain't good. Alright. Get out of slow. That'll help out immensely. There are still a lot of these Godan. Well, one of them's dead. And they seem to like throwing stones a lot. You know what? Charm. That'll help out a lot. Oh, I see more over there. Okay, War Blessing actually would be a good idea. That charm will definitely help out a lot. You know what? Sure. No. Yes. Call a beast. A little assistance will be nice. There, that one's dead. And so is that one. Alright, little healing. How about a haste on Fox? The series of rapid explosions you hear to the south can only lead to one conclusion. Something big is going down. An attack by the Godan? An attack on the Godan? Something else entirely? You're not sure, but it's a good bet that this isn't a safe place to be. You might want to get out while you can. You know what? Getting out while we can probably is a very good idea. Summon a shade, and we're just going to run. At least that charmed enemy is going to help out. Alright. We'll kill this one. Then we'll be able to escape, I think. Man, that charm is lasting a long time. Let's get out of here. Something's happening over there, and we really need to just get out of here and not find out. A huge explosion throws you forward just in time to escape the quickly collapsing cave. Whatever went down, you got out just in time. Whoo boy! Alright, let's get out of here. We did the rescue. Something or someone was attacking the Godan. But I don't know what. Or who. Either way, we can get out of here now. You know what? Just for the sake of having it, we don't have much meat, but let's just grab those so we have them. We may camp outside once we get out. Yes, climb back down. Let's head out of here. Alright, do a camp. Perfect. What the? Huh. Well, this is interesting. You are somewhat shocked to see Captain Simmons and a small regiment standing before you, but your real surprise comes in his mood. Not only is he not angry, he actually looks happy. "It's over," he pronounces triumphantly. "When you rescued Ithacartata, you distracted the Godan. They abandoned their front lines of defense, figuring we had somehow sneaked an army into the rear of their fort. Of course, we had only had a small team there, you. But once we saw them pulling back all their troops from the front, and I mean all of them, we charged. They were caught totally unprepared. It was a beautiful slaughter. I don't know if any of them escaped. If any did, they will be hunted down with ease. The Godan War is over!" With that, Simmons and his unit all give a rousing cheer, one you cannot help but join in. "I see you have successfully rescued Ithacartata," Simmons says. "I'm under orders to escort you and her to the Sliths immediately." A large blue teleportal field suddenly emerges near where you are standing. Everyone present tenses up until Sheriffon, a well-known and respected magi, and Ithacatita's father, steps out.
Ithacatita, my daughter, I never thought I'd see you again.
Sheriffon exclaims, brimming with joy.
I never thought the gods would smile so on us, but the news I hear is that the war has been won. Captain, is it true? Is the war over?
Upon Simmons' affirmative response, Sheriffon's already joyful attitude turns brighter.
Then we can go home!
Sir, Simmons interrupts, I'm sorry, but we still have to take your daughter to the Sliths. Our agreement with them does not expire at the end of the war, but at the end of 50 years. I cannot begin to express my sorrow, but we must.
Must do what?
Sheriffon interrupts, his mood utterly soured.
Give my daughter to those lizards so they can feed her to their overgrown pet? Why? Consider this. Why should we still give those Sliths tribute of our daughters and sons? Their extortion 20 years ago was perhaps a necessary evil, I admit, but we need them no longer. Can anyone here deny that sacrificing innocents for an overgrown lizard to eat is not evil? We have a duty to disobey this agreement here and now. And I say another thing. We have been humiliated by those frogs for too long. Are we going to submit to their butchery like some base people for our entire lives? Or are we going to rise up and take our freedom and dignity back? We used to be a proud people. Now we cower like timid cats in a thunderstorm. No more. The Godan War is over. We need no longer lick the boots of the Sliths merely to survive. We can defend ourselves from their tyranny. The Godan were an evil forced upon us by an unknown power. That was unavoidable. But there is no need to submit to this other evil any more. I urge you, rise up against it, and win back Genmar's freedom.
Hold up, men, Simmons answers, as Sheriffon's speech ends. I have known Ithacatita for quite some time, and I know she is a good and just woman. I abhor the fact that we must turn her over to the lizards, but it is something we must do. Look at me. We made an agreement, signed our names to it. It called for a sacrifice, one per year for 50 years. We agreed to that. Does the word honor have no meaning for any of you?
Ithacatita was not even born then.
This agreement is written in our laws. The laws are not optional. We do not get the choice of when to obey the laws and when to ignore them. That's why they are laws. Without the rule of law, tyranny or anarchy is inevitable. Of course, the wise and noble Sheriffon does not wish this tribute to continue. His daughter is the chosen sacrifice. I understand and respect his feelings, but even he must realize he is not an objective observer here. And because of this, he fails to realize one other fact. The Godan War is over, but are we in such a hurry to start another one? For that is what will occur if we violate the agreement. War with the Sliths. And I will tell you one more thing. We may not win that war. The Slith army has taken severe casualties, to be sure, but our army has taken worse. We need time to rebuild. A war now may benefit the few who have otherwise been sacrificed, but it is in the common good to obey the agreement. What higher justice is there than the common good?
Hogwash! Agreeing to peace with the Sliths does not mean avoiding war, but merely delaying it to our own disadvantage. The Sliths have been hurt by the war too. Yet while they will rebuild, we will be giving up the best among us. Their power will only grow faster relative to ours. If there is a war, let it come, and let it be the last war necessary for freedom in this vale.
Do not presume to lecture me on the state of military affairs. Take Ithacatita to the exchange point. That is an order. It's exceedingly clear that this order was directed both to his unit and to you. Simmons' troops begin to back him, but cautiously. They don't seem at all sure what the right thing to do is, and they don't seem to want to oppose two powerful magi, at least on their own. Simmons stares at you impatiently, as does Sheriffon. Surprisingly, Ithacatita looks the calmest of the group, given that her life is the one on the line. She, too, however, looks to see which way you will turn. Do you accept Simmons' orders and help escort Ithacatita to the exchange point where she will be sacrificed to the Slith's dragon god? Or do you refuse a direct order, breaking your word, the law, and possibly plunging Genmar into war with the Sliths? Okay. So this is obviously meant to be an important decision. They have both made very clear their points and really made clear the arguments on both sides. If we accept, we're still going to have another 29 or 30 years or so where we lose 29 or 30 different people. And if we refuse, well, we end up at war with Sliths after we just finished a war. Our troops are not ready for a war, but theirs are also wounded. And refusing would save those 30 people coming in. But if we accept, we have time to rebuild. Excuse me. Which is more important, the law or the good? And is it the good of one or the good of many, the good of the few? You know, I've really wanted to play D&D in the past. I've looked into it a lot. This is like the classic conundrum for a paladin. I mean, the paladin, for those who don't know, I imagine most of you watching this do, paladin is all about good, law, what's right, and all that. Tell their lawful good. They follow the law and do what's right. So what do you do here? When following the law causes harm to come to people, but not following the law seems like the good thing to do. Since if we follow the law, people will be sacrificed and die. But if we don't follow the law, people will survive, but will end up in a great war. And will again be breaking our honor and the oath. Overall, though, I think the thing that decides it for me is the fact that if we break our word and go against it, the war that will come will be even more devastating, and we've already had a war. If we accept, we will have a chance to rebuild and get our people back. The Sliths will as well. This is granted. However, we need to rebuild. We've just had a great war. We don't have much. And if we do end up going to war again in 30 years once we've rebuilt, we might have a chance of finding other allies. So I'm going to accept the orders. I'm sorry, Ithacatata. Whatever hesitation Simmons' other troops were showing, you stepped forth boldly. I'm sorry, sir, but we need to take Ithacatata with us.
Like the abyss you are!
Sheriffon screams as his eyes begin to crackle with an eerie light. Sheriffon and Ithacatata teleport away before you can even flinch, leaving the entire party somewhat dumbfounded. What now? That question is answered as soon as you are out of earshot of Captain Simmons. The march back to Genmar isn't particularly pleasant, although he does go easier on you than on his unit, but Genmar itself is a blast. Everywhere, everyone but Simmons is celebrating. And why not? The Godan War is finally over. After 25 years of death and destruction, maybe the Vale will finally seem at peace and quiet. Peace and quiet. Something which, by the way, you find yourself desperately seeking. It's all pretty blurry, but it seems as if you joined in the celebration a little too heartily last night. You got one heck of a hangover. You awaken to... well, you're not sure exactly. You find yourself already making a vow of no more ale for a month. Perhaps the church can do something for a hangover. Probably not. Beyond the hangover, there is one other interesting tidbit. A note on your dresser reads, "Report to General Clark ASAP." You idly wonder how long that's been there. Chapter 2, A Deal with the Devil. Chapter 2, oh boy. This is interesting. And things have changed here, it seems. Just thinking about another drink makes you sick. Your eyes get so blurry you can't even focus on the waiter here. It's a blur, but you think you hear the waiter mention food and rooms and drink. At the mention of drink, your head gets very dizzy. Dara looks busier than ever, preparing several stews all at the same time. What is your job? I am the rusty cobbler and double as its chef. Care to taste some of my stew? As she raises a ladle, you nearly become sick due to the stench. Once again, more proof that those last 4 mugs of ale were not a good idea. Okay. Okay, the guards are celebrating, apparently. This townsperson is in a hurry and doesn't seem too interested in talking to you. I'm sorry, do I know you? Okay. Well, someone left, it seems. Oh, how are we on lock? Yeah, we're doing okay. We can buy more lockpicks and things like that. Oh, do we have things to sell? Got a ring that needs identifying. I can't remember who does that. Bar of silver we can sell. Sure, buy 1 fine lockpicks. You, actually. We do need projectiles. There. More arrows. And you just sell clothes. There. Yeah, I guess I gotta uncover everything again because it's what I do. Kind of annoying when that kind of thing happens. Oh, we can train! Fox can't get much. Sheik! Sheik can get things. Yeah, point in strength, why not? Bonnie. Point in dexterity, no. Yeah, point in dexterity, I guess. No. No, not endurance, intelligence. And Draco can't train. Okay, that's fine. Ah, the bottom of this. Oh, who are you again? That's Catherine. Yeah, we do actually need some potions. There, now we actually have a few. Okay, guess we cover the bottom there. Yeah, that's the smithy. Remember that. You're cleared to proceed, sir. Alright, that's where we're, Really? We can't go up there? Huh. I'm surprised. There's not gonna be anything in any of these. Captain Simmons is angrily scribbling away on some bureaucratic paperwork as you approach. What is your job? What is this, a joke? I guess. Well, I'm not amused. Ah. Alright. Let's cover everything out here again. Yes, what amazing, incredible fun this is, I am certain. I apologize. Maybe it's the OCD in me or something, but I just gotta make sure things are actually uncovered. Oh! Oh no, we can't actually go through yet. But I imagine we might actually be going in there soon. I mean, it's possible. And apparently these 2 doors are not able to be opened, which is interesting. Round and round we go, and in, down we go. Okay. That just opens that. We're clear to go in. Let's go down. General Clark is busy manipulating various figures of humans. Okay. Reporting for duty, sir. What are you doing? Protecting... Okay. What are my orders? We're all very pleased with your work, even if the positive results were somewhat of, shall we say, an accident. The Godan were a dying race, but you helped deliver the blow that finally finished them off. For that we are thankful. But let us face the truth. Your mission was a failure. You were sent to recover the Cartata, which you did, only to lose her again a short time later. I am now ordering you to complete your mission. The truth is, we don't know exactly where Ithacartata is, but we suspect she may be somewhere in the fairylands. She is half-dryad, did you know that? We have a chilly relationship with their people, but no one here wants to start a war over this. Which is why we are sending you. Your group is of the ideal size to penetrate their lands and discover Ithacartata. Not to mention, of course, there is still, well, maybe a traitor in our midst. Your group is one of the few we can have complete trust in, so here are your orders. Locate Ithacartata and escort her to the Slith checkpoint. The fairies do allow some humans some of the time into their land, but require all visitors to have a certain magical amulet. Sort of a pass, I suppose. If your search takes you to their land, you will need to acquire one of these amulets. Unfortunately, we do not possess any. However, many magi have visited the fairy realm to expand their knowledge. I suggest you search Molodax for help in finding one of these amulets. Let me urge one final thing. The fairies are not to know of your true mission. Ithacartata is half-dryad, and while she is a Genmar citizen, they think of her as one of their own. If she is in their lands, removing her to give to the Sliths might very well risk a war, if they found out. Use all discretion to ensure that they do not. Those are your orders. Proceed immediately. Oh. Great. So we may end up in a war with them. How absolutely wonderful. Oh, I wonder if... Oh no, he's not done with that yet. Okay, so that's the situation now. How wonderful. So, our task now, go to the land of the Dryads, or the fairies, and try to get Ithacartata out stealthily. This is basically going to be kidnapping now. All to satisfy this. Oh, how absolutely wonderful. Well, we'll go to the town we need to go in the next episode, because, yeah, this episode's gone on about long enough, and this is a decent pause point. Again, a bit shorter than normal, but, like I said, a decent pause point. That'll be in the next episode, so until then, I'm Chester44, that is Fox, Sheik, Bonnie, and Draco. This has been a Blades of Avernum Let's Play, and I shall see you all next time.